this on? I think I'm on. And nobody's here. That's okay, because I have not been live forever. And that'll just give me time to go get a drink or two. Get a drink or two or three. Let me see. There's one. And there's two. And there's three. Hey, one person's in the room. Hey, how you doing, man? I mean, I'm just getting ready. I'm just getting set up, you know. Oh, I just got home from work. And I'm gonna do a little striptease for you here. A little striptease, just be patient. Oh, shit. Oh, as soon as I put this was supposed to be stable, not stable. Just a second here. Okay. I'll be right there. One setting. Look at this apple. This is a huge apple. Look how big this apple is. Look, it's a huge apple. I'll eat that apple later. Okay. I just got home. I forced myself to set this up as soon as I got home because what happens is I get home. Hey, man. Hey, thanks, Fenwolf. I get home and then I sit down. I get relaxed, and I don't do anything. Hey, Simon. Hey, because I get tired, and I'm like, oh, I'll just rest. I want to do a live show, but I'm a little tired, so I get home. I don't do anything. So this time, I got home, and before even taking off my clothes, I set up the live show. So now I got to do it. Hey, Ra Al Ghul. Hey, Ra Al Ghul. He gave me a nice comment, a backhanded comment on my Instagram yesterday. He says, I used to watch you. I hate it when people do that all the time. I used to watch you. You don't have to say that. You can just say, long time no see. Oh, I got this at Uniqlo for 500 yen. I really like it. Wear it all the time. But I really don't need it. This I found in the street. See? I quite like it too. I washed it many times. Okay. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I could hear your voices. Everybody say hello. Maybe I hear somebody's voice. No, nobody. Okay. So cheers. And I just wanted to get on and say hello. I'm in my house, my tiny house, which some people say it's 3 stories, but it's narrow. This is the whole house, man. Check it out. This is the first floor. Before we had kids, it was all empty. It seemed spacious, but now it's just like, look. Let me just give you a quick tour of my living room / kitchen, okay, / dining room. See? I just got home. This is what it looks like. So I guess my daughter's making a kite, right? No, colors. I buy them colors. There's Ampalman. Here's a picture of Maggie right there. See? Here's pictures of the kids and the wife. See? One of my favorite pictures of my son, just sitting there. He's confused. He's like, what the fuck am I doing on Earth? Yeah. This is his desk. Just like father, like son. It's a mess. This is my daughter's desk. But my wife puts her computer on there. Work computer, personal computer. This is a dartboard. See? They like to shoot over here. Here's my wife's underwear. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. She has many styles of underwear, by the way. That's very comfortable. So here's some Legos. Here's a kabutomushi. Right? Now check this out. Check this out right here. It's on the ground right here, ready? Okay. Check this out, man. I'm opening something. Check that out. Oops, there it is. Check that out. That's a real one. This little mother costs like $40. See? And he will bite you. Look at those claws. If he bites you, it'll hurt. he's all reared up, like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Okay, I'll put him back. Go back in? Okay. Okay, I know. Put you back in. Putting them back is really tough because what they do is they grab onto your skin and then they don't let go. Anyway, let's see if I can tie some back on some paper. You got some paper? Come on, buddy. Get on some paper. Don't bite my thumb. Come on. Come on. Okay, almost on some paper now. Yeah, he's gonna mistake my thumb. See there? Oh, he's gonna grab my thumb. Don't. I'm putting my thumb down so he can't grab it. Ah, he's trying to grab my thumb. Look at that. They're beautiful creatures, though. You got a male and a female for like $50. Pair there, huh? Pretty cool, huh? Look, I'll start talking to you guys in a minute. I'm just having fun, right? Just setting up here. 2 thumbs up already. Oh my god. Okay. How do I get them off? Come on, man. Come on. Okay. Look, he just wrapped around. Just ready to bite me. Ah, I'm a little bit nervous. Just a minute. Pretend like he's doing the stream? What are you talking about? Rest of the live stream. Bug in hand. What does this mean? Oh, I thought it meant like a bug, like a glitch. Okay. Maybe if I just relax, he'll relax. Maybe I'll put my hand down. You can crawl. You can crawl into this. Want to crawl into that? No. I'll just sit there for a second. Okay. So hope you're doing well, buddy. Hi. Victor, welcome back. Oh, he's trying to bite my thumb. Oh, there he is. Look at them, guys. Oh, maybe he's relaxed now. Lex Noel, morning from Mesquite, Texas. Hi, Rod. Long time no see, says Simon. Hi from Croatia. Wow, Croatia. Is Croatia in the war? Are they helping Russia? I don't remember now. How cold is it there? It's not that bad. Not really that bad. But it's... I think he can hear me, so he starts trying to bite me again. My comment yesterday was worded wrong on Instagram. Rahul, that's cool, man. I don't deserve love because I've been ignoring you guys forever. So I apologize for that. Maybe I can let me move this guy off me. Okay. Maybe Mario can help me. Mario, can you help me move this? Okay. Let me move this guy off. Just a minute, please. And just I'm gonna move this huge insect off my arm here. Come on, come on. Oh shit, that didn't work at all. How about? Oh man, he's like his little pincer claws are right over my vein. Right? He could actually put. I could be killed by this thing. This thing could like slit my wrists for me. Do you still have contact? I'm going to see Tomoko on Monday night. But yeah, we don't talk much anymore. We're both very busy, and we've both gone kind of different directions. Like I don't make videos much anymore. I've been ruined by money, to be honest. Oh, when I breathe hard, this thing moves. I've been kind of ruined by money. So let me see if I can get this thing off again. Remember, I got a killer bug on me here. Okay. Come on. Come on, get off me. Damn, I can't get him off. How do I do this? Maybe if I put one here. Now if I go behind. This is quite not nearly as interesting as I thought it would be. Okay. Oh. Okay. Almost got you. No, not at all. Not getting him at all. He's just biting everything now. This thing is just not coming. For those of you who don't know what the hell I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get this bug off me. This huge insect off me. Come on. Come on. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, there. Okay. So, what's going on? Let me see. The fifth beetle, the bug. Pretend like he's doing the stream. I didn't. The rest of the live stream bug in hand. Yeah, I can't do that. Okay, it's supposed to snow tomorrow in Tokyo. Nagoya. It's supposed to rain here tomorrow. Lego Mario. You still have contact too? Do you still have contact with Tomoko? Like I said, no, not really. We don't really talk much anymore. But I have nothing against her. It's just she's how to explain this? People won't do. You can't make people do what you want them to do. So I'm sure there's a particular way she'd like me to act when it comes to YouTubing and stuff, and a particular way I'd like her to act when it comes to YouTubing, and you can't really get people to do that. So Regan the Vegan, I got an email from a couple weeks ago. We were supposed to get on a video chat, but I never got around to it. He's a funny guy, though. Well, I've been ruined by money. Let me explain. Well, I plug in his computer because we are running out of. I'm using my laptop today because my wife and kids are upstairs sleeping, and I'm a little bit sniffly, right? I had a bit of a cold, but this sniffly is because of the bicycle. I was on the bicycle, riding the bicycle at home. I live in Nagano, and it looks like it'll snow in my area probably, but it's supposed to rain in this area. Let me plug in here just a second. I have to show you the plug as if you've never seen a plug before. Okay. Ooh, nuts on the table. These nuts. Yeah, so, let me sit down. I had the bug on my face. Let me get the computer holder here so I can prop this up. This is the best way to do it, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Good, nice and comfy. Hey, guys. Gimmeabreakman here. Long time no see. I need a haircut, I know. So I'll tell you what I mean by I was ruined by money. Maybe 2 years ago or so, I was offered like $1,000 basically to make an NFT for the ASMR channel, and I did. And I don't know why, but making that money just made me feel weird. And then I've entered into a few agreements with other companies, like to do promotions and stuff, that I thought would be good for the channel, but for some reason, I don't know why, they psychologically made me less wanting to do videos. I would like to say, Simon, when you see Tomoko, say hi. Okay, well, when I do a video, I just want to make a video. I mean, I like getting videos. I like getting money, of course, from the videos, but I don't like getting paid to make a video. Like, I like if the money comes from the ads or donations and stuff. Like, I've got no problem with that. But when someone pays me and expects me to do something, then I kind of takes the fun out of it. You know what I mean? So, long time no see. Hello from Tampa, Florida. I'm going to Tampa, Florida. I got a lot of news. So that's one thing I mean by money. The other thing I mean by money ruining me in a way for YouTube is because I've been working and I prioritize my classes. Okay? Caroline, hey, nice to see you. So there was a teacher at a high school. I think I told you guys much earlier in the year if you've been paying attention. Flying to Japan to power. Hey, Imperial Pimp, congratulations on getting in. They fired a teacher at a local high school, and they asked me to come in and take over the classes while they find a new teacher. And I did, and it was only supposed to last till September. But then another teacher decided she was tired and she didn't want to work anymore. So she gave me her classes. So I've been doing quite a heavy workload on top of my own school, on top of having a wife who works too much at a job. And she makes pretty good money. And she actually likes working, like she's into it, which I wish she wasn't, because I don't think her company gives a shit about her. But so to help and not just I don't want to sound like I'm such a great father because I come home, I'm a great husband, I come home to help my wife. It isn't that I just want to help her. I'll see Kivi and Tomoko on Monday. We're gonna go out with my German friend Hinirk, who might or might not be watching, and Maggie Sensei. And I invited Chris too, but he's busy. Oh, glad to see you. Hi from Germany. So my German friend who just came from Germany is we're gonna have dinner with him. So what was I saying? Yes, I've been very busy with the school, and I've been very busy coming home to pick up my kids. So there are many days of the week where I can get off, and if I rush, I can get to my son's nursery school, and I can get to my daughter's nursery school, and I can get to my son's elementary school, and gather them up and take them home, and we can have some father and kids time. Slovenia, wow, Estelle, nice to see you. Hi from Denmark. Hey, nice to see you. So, it's really cool. Brooklyn, Brooklyn, Lung Puppy. I remember your name. Anyway, so because of the time that I take to take care of the kids, and I come home and I hang up the laundry and I get the bed ready, because every day in Japan, if you're married to a Japanese woman, they want to put out the futon. I mean, they strip the bed of all the sheets, hang them up so they're aired out, and then before going to bed, a couple hours before going to bed, you put them back on the Switzerland, cool. Put them back on the bed. So it's a lot of effort, and every day we've got to vacuum. So I have chores, I've got to vacuum, I've got to put away the laundry, I've got to get the bed ready, and I've got to pick up the kids and make sure they do their homework. And sometimes we make popcorn and have, and sometimes I teach them a little English. My daughter's actually picking up English kind of quick. Like, I'm trying to get them to read, and we're doing that. They understand everything I say, but they're not really reading. So we're working on that right now. Strong zero, yes. But there are many things I'm interested in, and I had kind of a cold last week, a slight cold, but it turned into the flu for my son, because he got it from me, and then for him it was like the flu. So I took him to the hospital, and they gave him a test. It was kind of funny. We took him to the hospital, and a couple things to remember that are very interesting if you're an expat. If you live in the Nagoya area, kids pay nothing. They are free. All medical bills for kids are free until they're 18. This is done by the local government, especially the mayor, who's kind of a whack job. I think his name is Kawamura. And I met him once in the street. You may have seen the video. He said to me, "Oh, gaijin very good." Anyway, his way to promote Nagoya is to let all old people ride the subway for almost free. They have to pay 5,000 yen for a license for 1 year, and they can ride the subway and buses for free. And all children medical bills are free until they're 18. That includes all medical bills at all, and it includes dental. So Nagoya is a great place to raise your kids and to grow old, right? Sounds like a great mayor, except he's also a conspiracy theorist. He said things like, if you have to go out and spend money and go and sing karaoke. It's good. Singing karaoke will protect you naturally against COVID, which is such bullshit. And he also said that, what's it called? What's that horrible the Nanking massacre didn't really happen, or it wasn't as bad as people say. So he says like really baddie shit sometimes. Like, he met one of the Olympic athletes who won a gold medal, I think in softball. So she came to his office because she's from Nagoya. Turning the frogs gay. Yeah, that's okay. Your got Ra Al Ghul's comment was banned by YouTube, but I unbanned it. But so when the woman who won the gold medal came to his office, he grabbed the gold medal and he goes, "Is it really gold?" And he bit into it like that. And people all over the internet were like, "Oh my God, how could you bite into her gold medal?" And it was like during COVID and shit, so people were like, "That's just so unsanitary and so rude." But to be honest, I don't think it was a big deal. You know, I'm probably as rude as that. I would probably do that too. So, and Sayaman, hey, how you doing? You talking about that mayor? I just realized I have no idea who came after Shinzo Abe as PM. After Shinzo Abe is Kishida. No, some other guy, I think. But then now it's Kishida now. Who came after Shinzo Abe? Actually, that's a good question. I'm not really sure. Maybe someone knows in the chat. But the other thing that I mean, a bunch of things are on my mind right now. But I've missed talking to you guys and letting off steam. And you know what? Once you fall off the horse, or once you stop, you know, it's hard to get back on. It's been months since I made a video. But I've been doing Instagram quite a bit, and I've been trying to do what's that thing called, Twitter. So if you follow me on, if you can find me on Twitter, I'm on Twitter. Just a minute. I'm Japanese for morons on Twitter, and I'm Gimmeabreakman on Instagram. So I've been making videos and little tiny things there. Caffeine Jedi. Caffeine Jedi. Isn't that the chick that moved to Switzerland? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's cool. Yeah, I see her on. I talked to her. She's had a kid. I see her on. Yeah, I see her all the time on Facebook. I stayed with her when she was when I was in England. I'm sorry, it was England. Yeah. What is this? Okay. Oh, Patrick. Nice to see you again. Yeah, I haven't made videos forever. He's like still alive. Yeah. Oh, did you? She's cool. Yeah. They got me into Bitcoin a long time ago. So I've spent a lot of money on Bitcoin. Now I'm down, but I haven't, I'm still probably up. I don't know. Do you know this band called Nagoya called Acid Mother's Temple? They have a cult following here in the States. No. I'm doing a big tour with them playing bass? You're kidding me. Acid Mother's Temple. Are they Japanese? I'm looking up right now. Acid Mother's Temple. Oh, wow. Never heard of them. Kawabata Makoto? Just a minute. No. No, no. Wow. In Manchester. No, never heard of them. Well, good for you, man. Congratulations touring with them, huh? You know, I used to be a band manager. I managed the biggest band in Japan. Well, I should say biggest gaijin band in Japan. That was not signed. Right? Excuse me while I go into my refrigerator and get myself another strong zero. That's one reason I started YouTubing, because the band kicked me out. They fired me. That wasn't the only reason, but maybe you know the story. Actually, I didn't mind being fired. It's just the way I was fired. I never wanted to be the manager, but they got picked up by a bigger label, a real label, actually. We weren't a label. Well, let me see. Victor can't understand. Japanese for Morons is a YouTube channel for. No. Japanese for Morons is just a Twitter handle that I started because it just deals with living in Japan. Gimmeabreakman is also a Twitter handle, but I just shit talk on there, and I don't shit talk too much. I do non-Japanese stuff on there. I talked to Hiko Simon a few days ago before he left. He knows my son was sick with the flu. Oh, good. ATM or Japanese. That's a cool name, huh? ATM. Acid Mother's Temple ATM. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Jadan. Oh, Jadan. Oh, nice to see Jadan. Yeah, I haven't seen, I think I saw Jadan on Facebook just the other day, just yesterday or 2 days ago. I hadn't seen him in so long. I was like, whoa, dude. Good to see you, because I haven't seen him. But just a minute. It was Jadan, right, or something? Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jadan, blah, blah. I haven't been watching anybody. Yeah, I feel a little bit guilty about that. But, Simon, great to see you. Let's see. Next time I play Nagoya, I will put you on the guest list. Yeah, sure, please. Can you visit? Oh, in Aichi? In Aichi? Yeah, I got a list. You know what? I'll give you my list. Hold on. I'll give you my list of places to visit around here. Just a second. I got a list. Okay, give me a second. I'll give you the list. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Where is that list? Just a second. Oh, hold on. Oh, I gotta figure out how to use Facebook. I made a list and put it on Facebook. Oh man. Just a second, please. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Hold on, almost there. Okay, here we go. This is a list of all the places you can see in this area. Some of them are in Nagoya, some of them are not. Is that too long? Oh, it's too long. It doesn't fit. Oh. Okay, I'll have to make a list. Just a second. I have to cut this. Hold on, I'll do them. Oh, that sucks. Okay, hold on. I'll do 5 and 5. Just a second. I'm going to give you a list. You've taken the vax? Yes, I've taken the vax. Are we going to get into a big thing about how the vaccine doesn't work? I got enough shit about for my family about that. Okay, I don't need to talk about that. The vaccine's just a scam. It's gonna. Okay, how about that? Does that work? Oh, it doesn't work either. Okay, how about 4? I have no interest in anyone's opinion regarding the vaccine. How about that? Except my own. Well, that doesn't work either. Oh shit! Hold on. Let's try again. So this is a list of places in Japan, in Nagoya area. Oh, that doesn't work. Why is it? Shit. Copy. That's too long. Oh God. Okay. How about this? Here's a list of places you can see in Nagoya. Okay, ready? And this is no particular. Okay, there. There's 1 through 6. This is 7 through 11. This is 12 through 15. There. Oh, that's too long. Okay. So this is 12 through 14. Doesn't work either. Okay. This is 12 through 13. Okay. And this is 14 through 20. That's too long. That doesn't work. So how about we cut? Oh, doesn't work. Okay. 18, 17. I'll just have to make a proper video. Oh, no. How about 16. Okay. And then we have 17 through 20. So these are the places. Okay. Okay. Here we go. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing to see in Nagoya, right? No, there's lots to see in Nagoya. Are there any Japanese women left unvaxxed, or is there no hope? In Japan, most people are vaxxed. So, hey Jay, just fuck off. I told you I don't give a shit about your opinion on vaccines. Okay, so you really just fuck all the way off, because I don't give a fuck. God. Besides, if that's your biggest issue is trying to find a woman with that, I bet you can't find a woman, any woman, vaccinated or not. So fuck off. I mean, as if you have a choice. Fuck off. Give me a break. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, let me choose. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to reject you because you've been vaccinated. Give me a break. That's like 90% of the world. You know, but you know what? If you do find a woman who's unvaxxed, definitely marry her because she's probably as stupid as you are. Yeah. My God. Anyway. And nothing personal, but Jesus Christ. Oh my God. But let me tell you something funny, okay? So I have a chat room with my brother, my sisters, 2 sisters, my mother and father, and it's just called the family chat room, and we often just talk about whatever. And I have to tell you guys something. I've been lying to you guys about something, okay? But it's okay because he's retired. And I guess kind of news. This is kind of important. So I have an 82-year-old father who is very retired, okay? And he's getting a major operation in February. So I have not seen my family in 4 years, okay? Now, I am vaccinated. My wife is vaccinated. Poor girl. Poor girl. Please pray for her. My son is vaccinated. My son had a very strong reaction when he was vaccinated. And I've never heard of anyone having such a strong reaction, but he did have one. I had almost no reaction. I was a little bit dizzy for a second. My wife was fine. But my son was vaccinated, little Victor, and he threw up like all night. Like it was a mess. Now, the good thing about me, there are many good things about me, but one of the good things about me, excuse me, I was admiring myself here. One of the good things about me is that I stay pretty calm when things get pretty fucked up. Okay. So my son starts vomiting, and I'm like not panicking. I'm like, it's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. So I moved him to a futon down here, actually in this room, in the living room. And he laid right on the floor, right there. Okay. On the floor. I moved the table out. I put him on the futon, and I slept on this sofa. And every time he had to vomit, which literally, like, it was like 8 times during the night, he'd say, Papa, and I wake up and I'd like grab him and help him over to just a minute. My family, I'm shit talking the family live on YouTube now. Come get some. Okay, I just told my family I'm shit talking them, so I better send them. How do I find a link to this? Let me pause for a second and just get a link of this thing this chat so I can send it to my family. I'm in the editing section, so wait, just a minute. Oh, shut up. Got the commercials on YouTube, so annoying. Though I do like making money from them. Okay. Anyway. Cheers from Canada. Been a long time fan. Thanks for support from Michigan. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. That's the link. Oh, thanks. I just put the link. Oh, so regarding the vaccine, so my son got, this is like last year when this happened. So I guess it's the old vaccine. Anyway, so he was vomiting all night and he had a strong reaction. So I took care of him and then he was fine, right? But as a result, my wife is like, okay, we're not going to get Emily vaccinated. Now, let me make something clear. Um, no, Andy, Finette, don't worry about them. It's not haters. It's not haters. Yeah, Aaron, I was going to, but you know what? I go to bed like 9 p.m. most nights. This is rare because you know what? I have Skype lessons. I get pretty good money to teach Skype lessons in English. I teach English over Skype. 3 mornings a week. So that means I have to be up at 6:30 in the morning to get on the Skype, which is not a big deal. But it also means I can't stay up. Like I can't miss it, you know. So because I'm a little, because I'm conscientious and I never want to miss the class that they're paying good money for. I go to bed 9 or 10 p.m. Right? But tomorrow I have no Skype. So okay, so let me explain something that I really strongly believe in. I'm sorry, Skype or Zoom. I say Skype, but I say Skype or Zoom. So I go to bed really, really early because a thing that's very important to me these days, something that's very important to me. It's okay, Aaron. Aaron, I miss you. I remember you now. You're the girl who lives in Nagoya, right? And you have a kid, just like me. Nice to see you. Sorry. I had forgotten you existed, but now I remember, and I'm quite happy to see you. How do you like that? I forgot you even existed, but now I'm quite happy you do exist. My brother might be watching now. Let me ask you. Let me ask him in the other room. In the other, I'm on a chat room in another. Okay. So listen, my son got super sick, and as a result, my wife refused to get Amelie vaccinated. And I could have pushed it, but I didn't push it. But as a result, we couldn't travel, right? Because no vaccination. Now things nobody cares, so now we can travel, but now they don't have any time right now. So anyway, I've been all this time on YouTube, I've been telling people that my father's a mortician, but that's not exactly true. My father is actually a medical doctor, not a mortician, not a lowly mortician. I mean, I was being, 'cause originally the reason I gave that that misdirection because I didn't want anyone to fucking hassle him. Okay. But he's retired now and he doesn't even live in Tampa half the time. He lives in Peru half the time. So, and you can't fuck with him anymore because he's retired and he's 82. And most of the guys in, my heyday is gone. So no one's going to fuck with me anymore because I'm not worth it because I'm boring, which is fine. I'm quite happy that way. Didn't you once say he was a spy? Did I say that? Maybe that was a real joke. I said he was a mortician, but actually, one of my earliest memories of my father, who I love dearly, okay, in case he's watching, Dad. No, but I do. My dad is like my hero. Okay, my dad is like my hero. Oh, really? That's interesting. Well, lung cupping. Cool. Well, good for you, man. Good to you. Oh, there you go. So it's kind of funny because if I look back at my memory of my childhood, I think I was rather terrified of my father. I think all the kids were. Like my brother and I, we would fuck around a lot and cause problems. Oh, Richard Copeland, that's a great name. We would we'd cause problems. We'd fight. We'd break windows. We'd start fires. We'd play with firecrackers. We'd cause problems for my poor mom. And I guess I can't blame my mom for basically being angry most of my childhood. But the thing is, what terrified us was my mom saying, "Wait till your father gets home," because my father would spank our asses. I mean, corporal punishment was like mainstream in our house. But But oddly enough, I have no like well, I'll tell you what happened, and I hope Dad doesn't mind me telling you the story. But there was one incident where, okay, this is kind of gay, but not in the homosexual way, but in the weak gay, which is the way that my generation uses the word gay. But I played the violin for 5 years. Okay, when I was a kid, I got pretty good, but I hated my teacher, and I actually liked playing violin, but my teacher was kind of a dick. He was this Russian guy who had escaped from communist Russia. Like on the way out, they'd killed his family and shit. He actually published stories in the newspaper about him. He's a great guy, and a great violinist, but kind of a mean teacher. So I went to this Russian guy's lesson. Anyway, one day I was playing the violin, and my sister came in, and she like sat on my bow, and it was like a really nice bow. And I don't know if you know anything about bows, but bows are really expensive. And she broke the bow. And I remember yelling at her. It's like, God damn it, you broke the bow. And I yelled at her. I have no memory of any of what actually happened. But I do remember being angry and lashing out at her in some way, maybe verbally, maybe physically. I really can't say. But I do remember my father caught me lashing out at my sister, but it wasn't her fault because I had left the bow out of its case. Right? Okay. Right. And my dad, I think he picked up the bow, and I think he spanked me with the bow. Okay. So but it was my fault because he's like, it's my fault for leaving the bow out. So he spanked me with the bow, and I felt bad. And I realized later, like I don't know, a few minutes later, 30 minutes later, whatever, that it was my fault. So I went to his room, and I don't think he even knows this. But I went to his room to say, like, I'm sorry or whatever. I mean, because bows are expensive, right? And I saw that he was sitting on the edge of the bed, just really sad. My dad was sad because he had beat my ass. And I was sad for him. I was like, oh, sorry, I made you beat my ass, Dad. And I think after that, I think everything that any beatings I'd ever gotten from my dad, they didn't mean anything. I mean, maybe that's when I realized that, my dad was a great guy. I don't know. Now I'm getting all emotional, but yeah. So I don't know. Like the long story short, I have no regrets about my father and I. We have a great relationship. Right. But he's getting a big operation in February. And so for the first time in 4 years, I'm going to go back to Tampa, Florida, where he, because he pulled some strings. He's going to get the top medical care. I actually have no idea about that. But anyway, he's going to get an operation. It's a major operation. And I thought, I want to be there for him and help him out and wipe his ass if I have to. Dad, I'm here to wipe your ass if I have to. I'm really hoping Mom will do that. But that's what my dad used to joke. I only had you kids so I don't have to end up in an old folks home. So he used to joke like, I don't know. I don't even know if he remembers those jokes, but he used to joke like that. So I'm going home to Florida on February 19th. I'm flying for the first time in 4 years. I'm flying to Florida, and I'm going to see my dad, Mom, and my sister, who we do not get along at all politically, or philosophically or anything. But the funny thing is, why do you think it's a joke? I have a kid for the same reason. But the funny thing is, I have a chat room with my brother, my mother. This is the wrong chat room. I have a chat room with my family, and my dad, who's a medical doctor, will say something, and then my brother and sister will jump in with health advice, which I think is hilarious because he's a medical doctor, right? And they're giving him health advice. So this has caused some friction between me and my siblings because I'm basically laughing at them like he's a doctor, guys. You're not doctors, You just read shit on the internet, just like you guys, like this anti-vax guy that just appeared in the chat, right? Oh, Ethan. Oh, thanks, man. I don't get back to everybody. I'm not getting back to anybody recently, right? DeSantis is a mess. America's a mess, guys. But I love my family. But it's funny, every time any health issues appear in our chat room, my brother insists on talking about vitamin D, which, I'm sure it's a very important thing. The flight is about 15 hours, 14 to 16 hours. I forget which one. I think it's more like 17, 18 hours. Yeah, maybe 18 hours. I think going to Switzerland, I was thinking about going to Switzerland and see my sister. And I think that's a shorter flight. My brother loves talking about vitamin D, and my sister likes talking about protein. Get enough protein. So the funny thing is, I have nothing that I'm like passionate about, but they're both passionate about protein and vitamin D. And I often think like, I gotta start being passionate about something like, did you drink 2 liters of water today or something? But I actually looked into that, and I think you need more like 5.5 liters of water, 4.7 liters of water. Like, I'm not that passionate about drinking water. I mean, I do my best. By the way, I don't think this counts as water. But the truth is, my family, I think they're all terco, which means in Spanish, it's in Peruvian Spanish, it means they're all stubborn. We're all stubborn. Yeah. Yeah, sunlight is, well, that's what I'm talking about, Jay, sunlight. But my brother acts like it'll keep you from dying from dying. It'll basically bulletproof you from death, the way my brother talks about it. Well, here's something funny near Sumner. Apparently, and I've done some Googling on this, so it must be true, coffee and tea counts as water, so why shouldn't alcohol? I mean, really, I don't get it. I don't know. Oh, doctors are a pain in the ass. Yeah. My dad is pretty interesting as a doctor. He often told me growing up. So let me tell you guys a little bit about myself. A little something about myself. Is it grammar? Is the strong zero kicking in? I was raised. I come from a well-off family. Okay, rich. I wouldn't say exactly rich, but I never. What's the word? I can't even think of the word now because I've had strong zeros. I never lacked of anything. Okay, but my father never spoiled me, so we didn't have an allowance. I never had an allowance. Maybe I don't think my brothers and sisters did either. I think none of us had an allowance. Growing up, I was lucky in that I was allowed to work part-time to get jobs. So we would mow grass in our neighborhood to make money. I would take other kids to school in my car and charge the parents to take their kids to school and make money. I remember we had a carpool, but I would tell the other kids' parents, I'll take your kid to school. I'll pick him up every morning, but he's got to pay like $50 a month or whatever. And it pays for gas, and also gave me and my brother some money. And I think I had to share that money with my brother because he would, we couldn't both drive. We had only one car, right? But my father, he often said to me that American doctors are paid way too much. He said, "Look, Victor, I go to the office." He doesn't talk like that at all, but he does have an accent. But that's a terrible impersonation. Don't let that, huh? No idea what you mean. Anyway, he oh yeah. So my dad never spoiled us. Oh, I got off track here. Oh yeah, but he told me, like, sometimes I'll go to the office. My brother told me not to talk about the violin story. Too late now, man. I already talked about it. It's a live show. I think it's a good story. I think Dad should be Dad. That's when I fell in love with Dad. My brother's telling me, shut up about the violin story. No, that's the best story. I mean, I think that's when I think as a child, I think I might have resented my father if I didn't realize how much it pained him to discipline us. Yeah. But my brother was so funny. Every time my mom, like, we would do something bad, my mom would say, "Wait till your dad comes home." And then we lived on a lake, a very small lake. We lived on a lake. And we could see, like, my dad rounding the lake long before he arrived to the house, right? And before that, my brother would go and put on like 2 or 3 pairs of underwear, right? So he put on the underwear. So my dad would spank him, and he was like nothing because he's got 3 pairs of padding, right? He's armor. He's like Iron Man down there, right? I think one time my dad found out and then really kicked his ass. But I think these stories are fine. I mean, this happened literally 35 years ago. I'm 55 years old. This happened literally 30 years ago. Hold on. How old was I 30 years ago? No, more than that, 35 years ago. So we should be able to laugh about shit like this, but I think we should be able to talk about it. That's one thing about my family that I think I'm not quite happy about, is that you can't say, any little, they're sensitive. They're sensitive. You talk any shit about them, they're like, "Oh my God." Well, it's a different, I've been what's it called? Desensitized by YouTube. I talk about a lot of personal shit on this channel, so sorry, Mom and Dad, and Raul, my brother, and my sisters. But I was getting to my dad. Yeah. So my dad told me when I was growing up, and much later, like I think I was in college at this point. He's like, "Victor, we get paid way too much, man. Doctors, I go into work." He says, "American medical system is fucked up. I go into work, I barely do anything, and I get, paid so well to do almost nothing." And I know, I don't know what my dad made. I don't know how much money he made at all when he was full time. But I do know that when he went part time, they were paying him easily. Like, no, I mean, after he retired, they would sometimes call him saying, "I know you're retired, but could you, come in and just fill in for this other doctor? He's got the day off, he's sick, or he's gone on vacation." So my dad would pick up these gigs, and he was bored. He had nothing to do, so he would take these gigs. And I don't remember. I don't even remember the money, but it was like, oh my God, like what he would get paid in a day, it would take me like 2 weeks to make. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe it. And he always told me, like, Victor, I'm Victor. He's not Victor. He would say, "Victor, this American medical system's fucked up. It's really terrible. We do not deserve to be paid this much." But on the other hand, my mother, I think, was probably quite grateful that my dad was paid so much to do so little. That's one thing I learned about my father. I learned, well, one of the many, many things that my father taught me. Another thing my father taught me was it doesn't matter what you do as long as you do your best. Do your best, and the money will come. So don't worry about whatever you do. Whatever choice or path you choose, as long as you do your best, the money will come. I remember clearly when I was younger, he said, you can be a garbage man, but as long as you become the best garbage man and you learn how to like throw away garbage better than everyone else, the money's going to come. So anyway, I'm pretty sure my mom and dad and brother are now watching me. I don't know about anyone else, but I do love them dearly, but we are all very stubborn, and you don't know them. But on this channel, I've often mentioned my father and said he's a mortician. But the truth is he's not a mortician. And the reason I said he was a mortician, because I could it's a white lie. I just didn't want you guys to hassle him, because in the past I've been hassled. People have called my school trying to get me fired. Sorry, I'm drinking on camera, Mom. She hates to see me drinking on camera. Oh, by the way, my dad wants me to buy him some Japanese whiskey. I went whiskey shopping today. Oh my God. Like the cheapest whiskey I found was like $400 for Japanese hibiki whiskey. So I'm just going to get some cheap $200 whiskey off the Amazon, which is also hibiki, but not the real classic expensive shit. I mean, super expensive shit. I mean, it's still expensive. I drink Knob Creek, which is only about $30 or $40 a bottle. So, Never Surrender says what? Let me see. What does he say to trust him? Let me go back and look. Sure, let's laugh about child abuse and beating kids. Woohoo. I see you're young, Never Surrender. Was it a joke irony? I'm 37, mate, and trust me when I say I know it. Yeah, it's interesting. No, let's be serious about Never Surrender's comment. I was spanked growing up, and I have no resentment towards my family for spanking me. It's a different generation. I have spanked my children on occasion, and I felt terrible about it. And I even told my kids, if you think I'm going to spank you, just tell me, stop, Dad, because fucking they drive you crazy sometimes, okay? But I know it's not good, and I know I shouldn't. But my kids know I love them, and we hold hands, and when we watch TV, they cuddle up next to me, and so I think we have a very good relationship. But yeah, I understand that a big person physically abusing a small person is not fair, and we shouldn't do that. But I come from a different generation also, and my father's generation was much worse. He told me stories about how his mom would literally chase him down the street with a wooden spoon and just beat the shit out of him. Like there was one, he told me once about it. He was given one, let's say $1, because you're not going to understand that the currency is not important. He had I think it was called an inti, maybe. Anyway, Peruvian money. He was given 1 unit of Peruvian currency to go to school and pay for his tuition, and he lost it. So his mom chased him down the street with a wooden spoon and just beat the shit out of him. But it's funny. He's like, he tells me the story in a funny way, like that I can't help like sharing his laughter. Like I feel like he's laughing, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm a psychopath, and maybe my father was not trying to tell me that he's laughing, but to me it seemed like a funny story. And now when I look back at my dad spanking me, well, they weren't beatings. So Never Surrender. Child abuse and beating kids, woohoo. Spanking, child abuse, I don't think they're the same. Raising a kid is hard, I will tell you that I'm an old father. I'm 55. My kids are 8 and 5, soon to be 6. Send birthday presents here. Now my daughter's going to be 6 in March, and I'm going to miss her birthday because I'll be in the States. I'm late, but you know what? I think it's good that I'm a late father or old father, whatever you want to call it. Because I think if I think if I had kids, that's grammatically correct. If I had kids when I was younger, I might have killed them all, my whole family, probably. I'm kind of joking, but kind of not, because I don't know, But I think when I was younger, I think I'm a lot more. Let's just say this: I'm a lot more mellow now. Okay, right? Um, and I love my children dearly, and I love my family dearly. I love my parents dearly, even though my parents, I'm a victim of child abuse, as you might suggest. So, DT says, Victor, are you a religious man? I am not a religious man, and Peru is a very Catholic country. Ironically, or interestingly enough, my grandma, my father's mother, was Buddhist. And I remember going to her house when I was a kid, visiting, because we lived in the States, and she would show me her little altar and tell me about Buddha. And I'm like, I was a kid, I had no idea what that meant at all. It's funny because now I understand, like, hey, all these Japanese people are Buddhist. But I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic church. I cried tears of pain. True story. Because the Catholic nun told me I would go to hell for missing church one weekend because my dad took me to the circus instead. Yeah, that's a true story. What does this say? Nah, you'd eat your kids if you were hungry? What is this comment about? What is this? I don't know where this is. What Trash Panda is commenting on? Huh? What's it? Build character? I was spanked with a frying pan by my mother. Wow, that's a tough one. I was spanked as a child. It was very rare, but my father kept me in line. Oh, Richard Copeland used to get paid more than a doctor. Well, good for you. I'm sure my father would have said, "Yeah, good for you too." The thing about my father was funny. Like, he was getting paid really, really well, but he was completely. I don't know if he was embarrassed by it, but I think he knew that it was wrong. But if you think about like sports stars who get paid billions of dollars to play basketball, I mean, I don't think that's wrong. Anyway, are you indigenous Peruvian? Estelle Costanza. I'm quite mixed. I think my indigenous blood does show up more in my body compared to my brothers and sisters. But actually, my grandma was half indigenous and half German, and my father was a quarter, I guess he would be a quarter German, a quarter indigenous, and half Italian, which makes me a quarter Italian, an eighth indigenous, an eighth German, and then whatever else my mom is. I don't know what that is. But... So Wingstar said, "You look American to me." But you know what's funny, Wingstar? Growing up, you look like a person. Hey, AR, thank you. Cheers to that. You look like a person. I forgot what I was going to say. God damn, strong 9%. Well, this is not what I was going to say, but I think my brother and sister think they are white. Oh, but yeah, this is what I was going to say. But growing up in Tampa, Florida, I didn't grow up in Tampa, Florida, but I grew up in Florida and Alabama and Boston. Many times people thought I was definitely Hispanic. So I often got a dirty. I've been called dirty Cuban, dirty Puerto Rican, dirty Mexican. The only time my look has been referred to in a noble way is when I was visiting Seattle, and another I shouldn't say another, but an American Indian asked me what tribe I was from. He said, "What tribe are you from?" Maybe you were just maybe you were just dirty. Usually people give me money. People donate money during these live chats. Nobody's done it today, but that's okay. But I wish I could give that comment some money. EEDIR. That's very funny. That's a good one. That's a good one. I appreciate a good joke, even if it's at my expense. SH Pina Peen 88, which just looks like a penis name. I don't know what that's a weird name to pick. My daughter never gave me a reason for a spanking. Showing her disappointment was a snuff. That is lucky. Yeah. My son and daughter have literally punched each other in the head before. And at that time, I've given them scuffs on the neck, on the head like this, like that. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what are you punching? What are you kicking your brother in the face for? Okay. What shampoo do you use? No, I'm going bald, man. This is it. You can't tell, but it used to be much, I can feel it. I can feel it. My head. Thanks, man. Oh, my hint actually worked. Rah al Ghul. I forgive you for all your past indiscretion on Instagram. May Allah be with you. And I'm not joking about Allah. Yeah, my daughter will kick the shit out of my son, and she's 5 years old. And she has no qualms. She'll like punch him right in the face. And we have to tell her you can't do shit like that. Because you know what? I don't to be honest, it's not that I'm so worried about my daughter punching my son in the face. I'm worried that my daughter is going to punch her classmate in the face. I almost say coworker. Yeah. So that's bad. Yeah, I don't want my daughter punching her classmates. She did bite someone once when she was 3, and that was an issue. We had to go to school and talk, and we're sorry about that, and explain she's not going to do that again. But, hold on, let's see. Let me go back and look at some. Have you tried the DNA test? Showed me I was about half Indigenous American, half Spaniard, which looks like about right. Mexican, which I'm sure is the makeup of a lot of Mexican. So I'm not at all Mexican, but I do have Inca blood, most probably. I probably have Italian blood. My last name is Boggio, which is Italian, and I probably have a Spanish blood because most everyone in Peru has some Spanish blood, and I definitely have indigenous blood. What shampoo do I use? Whatever my wife buys. I have no idea. This is the first time I am watching you live. Well, welcome to the live show. Do South Europeans aren't white, or what does that white even? You know what? I was watching a thing on, I think like an NBC news show, and they had a guest, and they were talking about the concept of white, which I know this. That the whole concept of race is bullshit. It's a social construct. There's no such thing as actual race because, oh, my wife left me a little food, some hamburger. I haven't had dinner tonight. Probably for the kids, probably not for me, but whatever. So race is like a ridiculous thing because there's so many people that don't fit into any race. Like me, my grandmother's maiden name is Medina, which is Islamic. I think I think it's in the Quran if you look it up. So there's a good chance that I'm part black. Whatever black is, You know what? I'm going to say something that's kind of weird, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm a Marvel fan, so Seth Rogen, you can suck it. Seth Rogen not being able to understand why anyone likes Marvel unless you have a kid, man. Aren't you a kid inside your body? I make sure these cans are empty. It would be irresponsible for me to waste this alcohol. So Seth Rogen recently made a comment saying he thought he didn't understand. He didn't understand why the appeal of Marvel movies because he doesn't have a kid and he's not a kid. Let me tell you guys something about me. Oh, thank you. To very, very slow baldness. Okay, AR, thank you very much. Let me tell you something. I will make an admission. I cried at every ending, every Toy Story ending, every single one, even the fourth one. Every single Toy Story, I cried. I'm 55 years old. If you showed me Toy Story 4 today, I would cry. Time for another strong zero. This is the last one. So I mean, to say a movie doesn't appeal to you because you don't have a child is ridiculous. So fuck Seth Rogen. Yeah. No, I don't know about empathy. Yeah, I don't know about empathy. I think it's safe. I do not want to empathize with the tragedies that happen in real life. I want to avoid those as much as possible. I'm aware of the news. I know about the earthquakes in Turkey. I think it's horrible. I've donated hundreds of dollars to, Doctors Without Borders and the Humane Society. But personally, I do not want to see those videos, and I don't want to cry. I don't want to watch videos of children's bodies being pulled out of rubble, and I choose not to. So I don't know about empathy, but when I watch a stupid, overly sentimental movie with a crappy, stupid ending and listen, every time this happens, my wife laughs at me. I openly cry, like, oh, I'm like tears and I'm embarrassed. I mean, I'm embarrassed, I'm embarrassed. And my children are looking at me like, what the fuck's wrong with you, Dad? They're looking at me like, and my wife is like, again, But in real life, I almost never cry. So I can't explain that about myself. Bye, everyone. Bye, Luncuppy, and best of luck there. I think I missed her. EEDIR, I think it's mainly people in former British colonies that have that distinction. It really isn't a thing here in Denmark. It's more of a native and foreign kind of stuff when it's in racism. What's he talking about? I think I lost that conversation. Victor, which one of your kids will be the most challenging during the teenage years? I don't know. I think my son will be more sentimental, and that might be challenging because dealing with his emotions might be more challenging. My daughter seems to be super aggressive. Like she'll go up to strangers and say, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing? What are you doing? Who are you?" And my son is is a lot shyer. So I don't know. Mexican. What are we talking about here? Let's go back here. I think children MMA fights are illegal in Japan. You got to lay off organizing. Yeah. I don't see any bald. You look very sophisticated, Silver Fox. No, I'm going bald. At the very, very top, it's thinning, and also I can just feel it. I can just feel the hair. It's thinner than it used to be. You'll see. You'll see when you get to be 55. Let's see. I used to watch your videos all the time, and now I'm about to have my own baby. Oh, that's nice. Man. Well, Danica Logston, man, it's about the most important thing you can do. You will love it. You will hate it. It will occupy your life. You will take and if you're a good parent, you will prioritize it, and that's a good thing. But it will leave you thinking, what if this hadn't happened? Yeah, it's not a big sacrifice, though. I mean, you can give. I think it's a mixed it's a mixed blessing, right? Anyway, let's see what else is going on here. It's from Batman. Yeah, I know about that. Yes, oh yes. I didn't mean you were Mexican. I am Mexican. I know you don't think I'm Mexican. I'm not Mexican. So, and it's not an insult to be called Mexican, by the way. You have that Johnny Depp look. You mean like I do a lot of cocaine? There's only one human race. Yes, I've got to go. Welcome. I already went through this part. Medina is a place in Saudi Arabia where Prophet Muhammad is buried. Yes, and that's my my grandmother's maiden name, Medina, which makes me suspect I'm Middle Eastern somewhat too. You got a lot of empathy. A lot of Spanish has origins in Muslim culture. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I remember that. Louis 525 is true. I know all about this. Yeah, the Muslims took over Spain for a while. So I feel DT says I feel like I get more emotional if I get more older. Movies get me more than they did as a kid. That's true for me too. Jay says, can you check if your Pikachu got a black tail tip? Let's see. Yeah, no, he doesn't. Sorry that took so long to get to. I don't know if you're waiting for that, but let me see. Wingstar, Turkey was shelling Kurds this morning cereal. Oh, fuck that. You need a healthy media diet. I try to stay up on. I just don't have time for media. You know, I don't watch a lot of media. Yeah, I mean, I should. I should watch some more, but I don't. Anyway, sorry for the burp there. Oh my God, Matrix, dude, are you still here? You guys don't know Matrix. He is the oldest person on this vlog, on this chat, who's, oh my God, Matrix, dude. Oh man. I would have liked to have met him in real life. He was one of the way back in the day, like literally 15 years ago, there was a YouTube channel called 5 Awesome Drunks, and we would just get together. We would take turns sharing a channel and doing videos, and we would drink on camera. Maybe I should change my channel. 1 Awesome Drunk. Anyway, Winged Star says, I remember asking in 2013 what it means if a Japanese person tells you their heart is hot or doki doki. Now I'm married and I have a kid too. Well, doki doki, of course, means excited, but I like to watch a lot of horror films. Richard Copeland, so do I. What is EDR, the white distinction? What's going on here? So the problem is you're too empathetic now. Oh, So Jay says many remember Pikachu used to have a black tail tip. I don't remember that. I don't know much about. Where the flick have you been, Tiago Lima? Thanks for that. I like that. That's a funny comment. Media is almost a catalog of doom these days. Yeah. Respect the OGs. I've been here since 05. Yeah, me too. I guess Wingstar and we started about the same time. I think I'm maybe I got a year on you, maybe not. I think I was 04. Victor in the World was my first channel. But your Pikachu had a black tail tip in the old videos before reality. Oh, I've got another Pikachu. This could be another Pikachu. Vault Boy says, I always wondered, is English your kids speak much better than from their peers? Because the whole English. My kids do not speak English. My kids understand English very well. My son and daughter will both watch Harry Potter movies with no subtitles. They're on the fifth one. I think they're on the fourth one now. I don't know, fourth or fifth, I forget. And they like it, but they prefer Japanese. Right? But I mean, when I put on a Harry Potter, they'll be entranced. They'll be like watching the whole time. So it's tough to raise an English speaking kid in this country because no one speaks English. And it's my fault. I need to spend more time with them. I don't. So anyway, I'm thinking about how to deal with that problem though. DT says, Victor, I remember in the past that you read a lot. Are there any good books you've been reading at the moment? Are you too busy? Actually, I'm not reading anything right now, but I was reading a great book on epidemics. It's a more of a nonfiction book on the Spanish plague. It's kind of interesting. If you read that book and then you think about what happened with COVID, you're like, wow, it's like history repeating itself. Miss Mart Lude says, looking rough, man. Thanks, man. I'm looking rough, guys. MRT Ood. Why don't you pick a username someone can fucking pronounce? Jesus Christ. Due to when is your collab with PewDiePie coming out? I heard PewDiePie. What's up? I've watched 2 PewDiePie videos in my life. I heard he's in Japan. I heard recently that him and his wife got pregnant. I don't know anything about him. I don't remember when I started watching you, but I remember when you started teaching me Hageshi Gedi in one video. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, Mugukin. Matrix, you definitely don't remember, but dude, Matrix, we did meet up. We met up in New York City. I remember. Oh, Matrix, I'm sorry. I want to meet you again. I remember now. Yeah. For some reason, I feel like I didn't meet you because I think I have no, because I blame the strong zero. No, Matrix, we met up with Loretta Scott, who's Kimushi, now on YouTube. She's rather active. I think you were from Italy, right? My last name is Italian, but I'm actually American. Have you been there with the kids? I've never been to Italy. How do they like it? No, I've only been with the kids. I've only taken the kids to America. Here, JM is in Peru. Oh man, Peru is so fucked up right now. JM, are you okay? There are riots everywhere, I hear. My mother is in Peru right now, actually. Yeah. Yeah, so my mother was in Lima, and she wanted to go south to like Arequipa. I was born in Arequipa, actually. And I was reading about all the riots in Arequipa, so I emailed my mom. I said, Mom, on Messenger to her, I said, don't go out of Cuba, it's dangerous. And actually, she canceled her trip because of all the riots. I've never seen Trash Taste. I've heard of it. I think Chris Broad is part of that. I have not. I've been busy. Okay, so I don't know anything about that. I remember the American YouTuber who was in Japan. He got sick and died. Yeah, that's. I don't know who you're talking about. Maybe it was Iwate Swan. Iwate Swan. What did the kids think of America? They're kids. They don't really even understand time and distance. Thank you for all the content you put on YouTube. I started watching your duties back in. Oh, you know what? Today I was walking with my German friend Hinerk and Maggie Sensei and my friend Chris, Redman in Japan, in Ostcannon. And we went, I was looking for some whiskey for my father. So we went to a liquor store that was in Ostcannon. We were in there looking, and they had it's a place called Liquor Off, which is really weird. So in Japan, they have Book Off, which is where you can buy used books and CDs and DVDs and magazines and odd and appliances. Then they have Hard Off, which is more appliance-based stuff. But they also have like anime figurines and manga figurines and stuff like that. And there's a place called Liquor Off. Is that what it's called? And Liquor Off is really weird. Like you can buy, they have like new alcohol, beers and stuff there. But they also have like a selection of liquor that people sold them that they were unopened liquor. So like but sometimes people get bottles of liquor as presents in Japan. In fact, one of my students has had literally dozens of bottles like given to her as presents, but she doesn't drink at all. So she has this huge collection of really nice alcohol at her house. And on occasion, she'll give me one. Like she goes, we're kind of tired of this one. And I remember the box she gives me is always like dusty, like just some old liquor bottle. But liquor doesn't go bad. I don't know why. Oh yeah, so today I was in the liquor store, and these two white guys are in there right before us, and we walk in right behind them. And I'm like, we're in the same area looking for the same thing, like whiskey area. And they leave, but then one of the younger guy comes back. His name was, what was his name? The older guy's name was Ed. I think the younger guy's name was K. K? Is that a name? K? K? No, something else. Anyway, he's like, are you on YouTube? And I haven't made videos for months. And he's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like surprised because he recognized me. He's like, yeah, I've watched a lot of your videos. I'm like, I haven't made videos for months. And he's like, yeah, I'm just visiting right now. I'm like, how long are you in for? And it's just a few days. So he had just come into Japan a few days, went into a liquor store, ran into me, which is kind of a weird thing. Anyway, it was a kind of a ego boost, I guess, to be honest. Like, well, I'm still relevant, See, you see that? That's how much I believe I'm relevant. Vault Boy. You needed one? Yeah. So yeah, there was that was I think before I got married. I was walking around Nagoya and some guy was beating his girlfriend and I stopped him. But I think I was drunk at the time. I think I might have grabbed him and said, trying to stop him in a drunken way. But still, it was wrong. Okay. It's so sad when Iwata Swan died. Okay, yeah, we were talking about Iwata Swan. Yeah, man, that was a fucked up thing. You never know when you go, man. Like, no one could have known that that would happen. I started watching your channel in high school in 2009. I think asking you stupid questions by far your channel has been the oldest one I kept track of. I love comments like this in a way because your channel is definitely the oldest one, not the best one. Your wife with you to the police won't accuse you of something, and that you need to startle them with things. Oh, really? I don't remember that information, but it could be. Chris is a guest sometimes, but it's Joey, Grant, and Connor. Oh, so I don't know Trash Taste. I've never seen a Trash Taste. Is it a podcast? It's a podcast, right? I think it's a podcast. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not familiar with podcast. I know it's of existence. That's how famous it is. You cover so much ground. I watch Marvel movies, but my favorite movies recently is Joker. I didn't see Joker, but I have it. I mean, I have access to it. I think it's on Netflix or something. I see you've been a long time. Thanks, Alice Griff 79. So it wasn't just the YT algorithm not showing me your videos. You've also been busy with life. Good to see you back. Oh, thank you. You know what? I'm coming back. I'm coming back, guys. So I'm gonna be more active. I guess she Getty. Moogie-kun, I don't know what you're talking about, but that does. I mean, I believe you. I just don't remember it. I've made a lot of videos. You really showed balls, dude. Much respect. Oh. How's Tomoko doing? I don't know. I haven't talked to Tomoko in forever. Tomoko and I just, her kid's grown up and she's finished and she's doing yoga these days. I mean, I don't know what she's doing. Okay. Mr. Urt says you're old and you deserve it. I don't know what that means. Man, please drink something nicer next time. Get a nice whiskey. I do have nice whiskey, Mr. MRT Oud. I just, no, you're right. I drank the best whiskey I had a couple days ago. So that's all I got left right now. Oh, actually, I have a nice bottle of something in here, but I don't know what it is because it's a present from my dad. I'm taking that to America. And I got some Valentine. So here's something funny about Valentine's in Japan. In Japan, on Valentine's Day, let me see if I have you get presents from women. So I got a present from Maggie Sensei for Valentine's Day. And from Kibi, she gave me some really nice chocolate, but it's over there. This is from Maggie Sensei. We should have one of these. I'm not a big lover of alcohol in chocolate, but this is a live stream, so let's see what's in here. Let's share the box. And it's probably better than Strong Zero. Hold on here. But this other package, this is a present for my father in America. It's sake, also from Maggie Sensei. One wonderful thing about Japanese that I think Americans don't do is that they give you presents to give your family, which is really cool. I don't think I would ever think, oh, you're going somewhere, let me give you something for your family. That's kind of weird for my narrow-minded American brain. Oh, look at that. Chocolate bonbon. Okay, let's see what these look like. Oh, it looks like this. Okay. Let's go. Firewall 5000, dude. This guy was a lot of fun back in the day. He'd like to throw down. I think we threw down a couple times. You know, it's you know what I don't like is that a lot of people, they don't like to throw down. Here we go. That's the chocolate. Ready? Bite off the head. There's a little hole there. See? There's alcohol in there. Oh. Okay. Oh man, it's great to see all you guys here. Let me go back and look at some of your comments. Jay is shocked that his childhood Pikachu does not have a black tip tail anymore. So I don't know anything about Pikachu. Oh man, I just spit alcohol all over my computer. Oh my god, it was terrible. It's disgusting. Ty Chandler says, more importantly, Ray Al Ghul says, laundry videos. Okay. Yeah, I'll make some laundry videos for you. I was actually testing my mics out today on my 360 videos. Oh, good. Ty Chandler says, oh my god, like alcohol is like dripping out. Look at it. Jesus Christ, I'm spitting on myself. God, it's disgusting. Goddamn. I don't need a lot of chocolate. Alcohol infused chocolate. I had to wash that down. Okay. Ty Chandler says, just glad to see you alive and kicking. I seen you post on Twitter. I seen you with your kids. Really made me happy to see you doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. I was sick last week. Blue Prince Symphonic says, Tomoko does YouTube. Weren't you going to start a podcast? Yeah, I was. Knobs Creek. You know what? I might have some Knobs Creek. Let's find out. Okay, let me show you something. I'll show you guys something. Okay, so this is my kitchen floor. Okay, can you guys see my kitchen floor? Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of funny. So, okay, this is the kitchen floor. Can you guys see this? Oh no, not really, huh? Let me move the camera. Huh? This kitchen floor has, see? This is a secret compartment I have under the kitchen floor. See? So, what do we have under the secret compartment? Let's see. See? This is like emergency stuff, okay? So we've got macaroni and cheese. I gotta say that's kind of embarrassing. I mean, we're gonna die from a earthquake or something. And we've got macaroni and cheese. We've also got some this is like cereal. This is just cereal. More macaroni and cheese. Lots of water. There's a lot of bottles of water down there. See? These are all bottles of water. But check this out. What's under here? Oh, look at that. One bottle of Knob Creek. Yeah, 120 proof. That's in the emergency box. Right. So, I'm going to put this back down here. I gotta say, if you hadn't mentioned that, one of you guys in your comments have stimulated me to remember that. I forgot about that. So, because of Japan is earthquake prone, a lot of houses have a secret, like emergency storage bin like this, and we have one too. I don't know why it's like hidden in the ground. To be honest, it's like we don't keep anything really valuable there. It's not like someone's gonna break in the house. It's like, let's see, let's find out there. But I'm happy to find some real valuable items here. I think this deserves a thumbs up in case you haven't given me one yet. I'm gonna break it open because it's been so long since I've made a video. What time is it now? What time is it? Oh my god, it's past midnight. Oh my god, I really should not be making a video anymore. But let's open this baby up. Okay, here we go. Yeah. There we go. Okay. There we go. Excuse me. Let me just mix the cork cover here with all my daughter's crayons. And let's get a cup. Okay. We're going to use a sake cup as a shot glass. Because why not? Kitchen. This is for you guys. Oh, you can't even hear it. And there's no ASMR in that. But I will drink this. I will hold up this glass to you to say kampai to all of you. And thank you for joining me on this evening. It's been almost 2 hours. And I apologize for not being more entertaining than James Gunn movie. That's good. That's good. Oh, that's good. Smoky, fruity, strong. A single barrel reserve. Good stuff. That's good. I think it's a good nightcap. Well, I'm gonna answer your last comments before I go to bed because remember it's almost midnight here. Let me see. It feels like knowing you on a personal level, but you don't know us. I know you're more about your life than no. So Louis 525 knows more about my life than some of his friends. Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, I've heard many people say that their best friends are authors that are dead. Like Charles Dickens and Shakespeare. They're my best friends, kind of stuff. But if you can understand another human being, that is a form of communication. So even though I don't know you and we've never met directly, if you can understand like where I'm coming from and sympathize, or you don't have to sympathize exactly, but you can, you know, well, if you feel some connection, then I think that's fine. That's good. I mean, I feel that way. Uh, Part of me think that's kind of dangerous because you can start to sympathize with some really fucked up people that way too. But anyway, let me look at some of your other comments here. Louis 525, your channel is the most genuine, rather than making some kind of flashy lifestyle blog or another generic copy and paste influencer channel. You've always been you. Yeah, I suppose, but it's always, my strength is my weakness. It doesn't really attract people. Mr. Ovaltine says, nice to see you again on YouTube. Your laundry videos are simply the best. Love listening to your under wisdom and tribulation of life. I always I always heart you on IG. Thank you. I'm an idiot, but I've been here longer than most of you. So my idiotic observations are often just a little bit more, they've been more fermented than your idiotic tribulations and comments, opinions. Let's see. Ra Al Ghul says, good to see you again. Good to see you good too, man. Eric Fernandez says, a true legend. Well, that's a little too much. I already talked about Louis 525's comment. Liquor and chocolate was the main reason I started late drinking alcohol. You know what? I don't like liquor. I did not for a long, long time. I hated liquor and chocolate, but suddenly, yeah, it didn't bother me anymore. Apache 301, are you still pulling? I don't know what that means at all. Oh, like getting girls? Is that what it means? I pull? I don't know. I'm married. I haven't tried, but I'll tell you something funny. About 10 years ago, when Shane was in town, there was a guy named Shane. He was a YouTuber a long time ago. It must have been like 10 years ago or so. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was more like 7 or 6 years ago. Anyway, Shane said to me once, he goes, and he was bisexual, which I didn't know at the time, but I guess now is relevant. But he said, "Oh, you're lucky you found Yoko." Like, yeah, we're pretty happy. And he said, I mean, because like, where would you be now if you hadn't got married? And I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, who would marry you now? and this was like 6 years ago, right? Or maybe 7 years, or whatever. I was like, what? He's like, who would marry you now? and if you think about, that was me, that was his bisexual opinion, me, which I have to say that since he later, I didn't know at the time, but he later said he was bisexual. I'm thinking he was judging me or looking at me from a sexual point of view, and he was saying like, dude, I would never marry you, as a gay guy. Um, but I always thought that was funny, like, wow, I got in just under the wire, kind of thing. Or what? I never let it bother me, but marriage is tough, and my wife and I have had fights and difficulties, and things are good. Things are good now, but they haven't always been good, and we've had fights, and actually the word divorce has come up a few times. It's one of those. This is one of those things where I don't think it's a big deal to say that, but probably other people might say like, "Oh, my God, how can you admit that? But it's that's not what happened. I mean, we're fine. I'm quite happy with her, and I assume she's quite happy with me. Um, because I suppose in Japan, if she wanted to get divorced, she could, and she would. Oh yeah, here's something interesting about Japanese divorce. If I were to get divorced in Japan, apparently, and I found this out from my divorced friends, I would only be liable for 50,000 yen per child, which means I could get divorced and end up only paying my wife 100,000 yen per month for child support, which is not much at all. It's like $800. So if I were the kind of guy who were like, oh shit, I fucking hate this marriage, I want to get out, then $800 isn't that much to get out of marriage. I mean, yeah, I mean, I've been here a while. I've made a lot of connections. I've got a lot of money streams coming in, so I could most likely, I mean, if I wanted to, um, get divorced, pay child support, and be free, right? Um, Now, I'm completely throwing my wife to the side now and thinking, but would I ever find another woman? Well, yeah, I guess it'd be kind of tough, at this age, but I've never thought about it. I mean, fucking, what's the guy's name? Rolling Stones guys, Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger had a 24-year-old girlfriend when he was 74. So, I'm pretty sure I could find something, but it probably wouldn't be as good as my wife. So I think I'll stay with my wife. So how about that? Okay. I'm not even sure this question was even asked. Let's look at some of the other questions. Are you still pulling on all fours? Craft dinner. Oh, ha ha ha. Is this where you hide chocolates from your kids? That's a secret place. Low emergency mac and cheese and genius. Macaroni and cheese before croaking is make kind of sad. I don't know why we have so much mac and cheese. I don't know where that came from, to be honest. I don't remember. I think it might have been a present. I have no idea. I recently changed my name. I used to go by Tech Pepsi. We are friends on social media. Good to see you. I became a freelancer artist. Oh, good for you, Mr. Blu-ray. Mr. Ovaltine says, thank you for sure. Got me into Strong Zero when I visited Japan pre-COVID. Near Summer says, I guess it's also important for people dealing with the aftermath of an earthquake. Oh, yeah. Rich Copeland says, when was the last time Japan had... Japan hasn't had major earthquake problems since Fukushima. This is quite a while ago. Oh, no, not the emergency supply of Knob Creek. We have the truly fallen desperate times. So. Is Knob Creek any good? Is it super cheap? No. EDIR it is not a super cheap brand, and it's a very tasty brand. You should try it. Yeah. I'm going down here. Kampai, no, oh, nice cork pop. Kampai, bottoms up. Al Ghul says cheers. Richard Copeland says cheers. Carlos Rene, salute. Salute. I got a lot of oh my god. Prost. Okay, let me see. Hey, you know what? There's too many comments. Hey, Kiki Lang is here. Hey, I have to tell you all, You guys all should show Kiki Lang some respect for his comments. If you ever see a Kiki Lang, Kikilang comment, read that comment closely. They're usually quite interesting. Anyway. There are too many comments, and I gotta go. It's almost 2 hours. I really apologize for not being more interesting, but I'm gonna go. And it's way past midnight. I do have to work tomorrow, but I don't have to work till much later, so I can actually get up at 7 o'clock, which is when my wife gets up. But I do appreciate everyone who donated money, and if you didn't, well, I understand. There are more important things that keep you, I understand. I understand. It's you don't have to, it's not a requirement. But I will be back soon. I will tell you that. Electro Jed, oh my god, Electro Jed? This guy's been around since fucking before me. Oh, and I apologize to my family because they're probably pretty pissed off at all the things I said in this chat. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I love you, though. Electro Jed, dude. This guy's been around forever. Electro Jed and Matrix. Oh, man. A lot of people came out of the woodwork for this video. You made me very happy, so... I was afraid to get back on the horse. Now I'm back on the horse. So watch out. Hide your bitches, babies. I'm coming back. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Good night.